Hello my gorgeous people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Ocean Jasper. I'm an intuitive tarot reader and today we're gonna find out how to secretly view you. Before we're going in depth into the description of the piles, I just want to remind you that there is an active giveaway going on, and if you want to participate you can find all the rules to it in the last upload called the third situation love triangle, you versus them. So you just need to go in the info box or even in the pinpoint comments by me and you'll find all the rules. They're really simple and the giveaway will expire the 24th of February. There's a gorgeous deck that I want to give to one of you, so just go and participate numerously. So let's jump ahead into this pick a card. We have in pile number 1 the LLEVELYN Tarot deck with a golden leaf and the Shiva's eye on top. Then in pile number 2 we have the Mystic Fairy Tarot with a pine branch and the amethyst crystal. And in pile number 3 we have the Spirit Song Tarot deck with the citrine heart and the palo Santo. You can find the timestamps in the info box below, and whenever you're ready you can click on them and it will bring you directly to the beginning of your reading. Remember only that this is a general pick a card, therefore may or may not resonate entirely with all of you, or even just a portion of the video might resonate with you, not the rest, which is why it's very important that you always follow your intuition, take what feels right, leave the rest, and try not to get too attached to the result of the reading. If you ever desire to get a private reading for yourself that is going more in depth into the specific of your situation, then you can simply send me an email. You can find my email in the info box below. There's also the prices of my readings, so I'm available for that, and that is an option for you. You can also receive a Reiki healing session at a distance if you like, and you can find the infos about that in the info box below, and you can send me an email to find out more information or to book a session with me. You can also find all the names of the decks that I'm using today in the info box below. They are in a form of an Amazon affiliate link, which means if you decide to buy the deck from there, you're also going to help the channel slightly with a tiny commission that will come from Amazon and not from you. Indeed, the price for you is going to be the exact same as everywhere else. What else? I just want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being so supportive of this channel and for being so sweet with your comments. You are really turning my dreams into reality, so I cannot thank you enough. I love you so much. So I can't wait to see you at the beginning of your reading. Hello my beauties, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen pile number 1 with the golden leaf and the Shiva's eye, I'm gonna keep this on aside as a reference throughout the whole reading, and I'm gonna shuffle the cards in camera. I'm using the LLEVELYN Tarot deck, and if you want to get one for yourself you can find the Amazon affiliate link in the info box below, which means if you decide to buy the deck from there you're also gonna have the channel slightly with a tiny little commission that will come from Amazon and not from you. So indeed for you the price is going to be the exact same as everywhere else. Also, if you haven't heard yet from the intro, there is a giveaway actually currently going on, and you can find the rules in my last upload in which I talk about love triangle third situations. You just need to go in the info box below of that video and you'll find all the rules there. I'm giving out really beautiful decks. I really hope that some of you will get it. I mean, really, definitely one of you will get it, but it'd be nice to see you participating numerously to it. So you're gonna find that some of the cards today are going to pop out in reverse, but I really want you to don't worry about that whatsoever, because it's not true that they always hold a negative meaning. And also they simply help the reading to be very accurate. We're going really in depth into how does people secretly view you. How do people secretly view you? Please and thank you, dear spirit, for pile number 1. I hope you're all doing well, by the way. Oh, there was a justice card if I'm not wrong. It will come out if it has to. Next we have the Magician. Beautiful. Seven of Swords in reverse. I like this reading already. 2 of Wands upright. Clarified by the Eight of Swords in reverse. The Death. Powerful reading. And the Empress in reverse. How do people secretly view you? First of all, people can see that there is an extreme strength about you and an ability to manifest things very quickly in your life. They can see the power that you have within yourself. You probably have a lot of imagination as well as a lot of determination and self-confidence. You truly know what tools you have and how to use them in order to manifest the things that you really want in life. So it seems like life is treating you well, or at least that's how they see you. And possibly loads of them feel like they can come to you in order to help them turning their dreams into reality, because from your perspective it seems like nothing is impossible, and they really feel this energy from you and they want to be part of that as well. Because with this Eight of Swords in reverse, they really see that for you there's no limits, there is no mental blockages that make you think maybe I should not achieve that goal, maybe I should not go in that path, maybe it's better if I just step back because that project is going to be too difficult, or there's too much competition. There's no blockages in you. You really believe that whatever you imagine, it can turn into reality. There's nobody going to stop you, or at least again, this is how they secretly view you. So they really admire the fact that there's nothing in your mind blocking you from achieving what you want, and they can see the difference because possibly they have a lot of insecurities, self-doubt, old beliefs that are holding them back. Seven of Swords in reverse and the Death. They also see you as a person that is extremely able to see a bad situation under a bright light. So you're able to take the good out of a horrible situation. If there is some ending, if there is a painful transformation, if there is some grief, if there is a painful loss, you will always see the bright side in it. And you're not going to run away. That's what they see you. They see you as somebody that will always face the obstacle, keeping your heads up and never giving up, and never running away from the difficult times. Also seems like if somebody challenges you, again, you're going to accept the challenge. You're not going to give your back to it. Two of Wands and the Empress in reverse. They see you as a person that is always on the lookout for something new, that is always looking for new stimulus, for new projects, new plans, new hobbies, new things to be busy with, new trips, new journeys. And at the same time, they see you as somebody that is not, with this Empress in reverse, it could be that they see you as somebody that doesn't necessarily have a lot of money, or doesn't necessarily have huge loads of financial abundance in general, or a lot of possessions, but they still see you as a rich person on the inside. And it could be that the things that you are manifesting here doesn't have much to do with physical possession whatsoever. Although this Empress in reverse, for some of you, it could actually mean that some of you secretly view you as a person that is only considering her own needs and therefore slightly selfish and not very willing to share her possessions or her gifts or her talents. So for some of you, yeah, the Empress in reverse could mean that. Let me see what else. And it makes sense that if you are somebody that is really able to turn into reality every single whim of yours, there are going to be people that are going to be very jealous and envious about you, and therefore they will have to find something negative about you. And calling you selfish would be one of those things. King of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Four of Cups in reverse, the Priestess, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. So again, people secretly view you as somebody that is very authoritative, that is very confident, very intelligent, very good at speaking your truth, very honest, very loyal as well. And with these Four of Cups in reverse, somebody that does not waste time being pessimistic or thinking about the worst scenario or concentrating on the bad things that has happened, concentrating on the lack of the materialization of certain things that you have wished, because the Four of Cups is really the card of somebody that keep thinking, I am not good enough, I don't deserve enough, I don't deserve love, I don't deserve money, nothing is going to happen for me, everybody else is going to be lucky except me. But also somebody that is not able to see the opportunities that is coming around them. Even if they would have an opportunity to be rich or to be loved or to achieve their dreams, they are not going to look at it simply because they have this negative attitude about them. Instead, being in reverse, it means totally the opposite. So clearly they see you as somebody that is very quick to move on from the things that has upset you or disappoint you or that hasn't worked out for you. So it seems like false beginnings or delayed beginnings don't scare you and actually motivate you even more to understand what is the right path for you. Indeed, they see you as a very intuitive person with a great wisdom and somebody that is very able to get in touch with her own subconscious. So somebody that is not scared to be truth, somebody that has a great self-awareness and possibly psychic abilities as well. So that's why it seems like it doesn't really scare you, false beginning, because you know already what's coming behind the corner. The Six of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse. For some of you, this message means that it's like you completely detach yourself from your background, from your childhood, and you turn your life around, and it seems like you're not one bit hurt from the things that happened to you in the past and that they didn't affect you. So for example, if you had a poor background, if your family didn't have any money for you to study, for you to go to university, or for you to go to a music course, for example, it seems like you were able to find your way nevertheless. Okay, so it seems like you have not been affected at all by your background. And For some of you as well, it could mean that for a reason or another, you have decided to detach yourself and from certain close relationship that you had in the past, which for them it has caused a great deal. With this Nine of Wands, it did leave them a scar, and they might have created some self defense mechanism in order to not go through the same experience. So some of you might resent you for closing the bridges between the two of you. So it feels that some of you are criticizing as somebody that is selfish and only concentrating on your own manifestation. And now that you have achieved the things that you wanted to achieve, now that you have manifested your dreams, you didn't need them anymore and you have left them behind. So that's what some people are secretly thinking of you. Seven of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands in reverse, Two of Swords in reverse, the Star, and the Ace of Swords. So much clarity, so much clarity about what is it that you want to achieve. Again, they see you as a very imaginative person that has so many dreams, that literally is enjoying this life and realizing that it's all about manipulating the energy of this world in order to manifest the things that you want. And they really see that there's no limit for you, and you're such a dreamer, and there's really nothing that is going to box you. With this Seven of Cups as well, there are so many choices, and there's so many things that you are into. There's so many hobbies that you like giving energy to. And with these two of actually, this is the Four of Pentacles. It seems like you cannot let go of any of them. You could be a freelancer or an entrepreneur. I can really see there's a lot of free-spirited energy in this reading, and there is a continuous flow of new thoughts and new ideas coming into you, and you want to materialize every single one of those. Seven of Wands and Two of Swords in reverse. It's like you don't know what indecision is, and you never take a break. You never take some time to choose between one path and the other. You just want to do them all at the same time. Although at times you might actually warn yourself, because this Seven of Wands is in reverse. It means that sometimes maybe you're not willing to see the obstacles, although they would be there, or you're not willing to step back even though it would be wise to step back. I don't know, with this Seven of Wands in reverse, maybe some people are actually envious of your determination and the fact that you don't seem to see any obstacles ahead of you. You are really, really good at fighting for yourself, it seems, and maybe some people don't like that. Because it seems that you always win at debate, that you always find your way, and then you don't give enough time to other people to say their thoughts and understand their point of view. But that just might resonate with a tiny portion of you. Some people might think that you don't take time out for yourself, even though you don't have the physical energy to keep going. But your goal is just so clear, and that you don't have any possible intention to stop yourself. The universe in reverse, the Page of Cups, the Strength, Two Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands upright, and Page of Wands in reverse. Clearly what I'm seeing here is that when something goes wrong with some relationship of yours, whether they are friendship or work relationship or romantic relationship or family, you really have a hard time closing that cycle and starting again. Or at least you really want to work on it, to send an apology, to try something new with this Ace of Wands, to show them how passionate you are about them, and how they make you feel alive, how important they are for you, how you really prioritize them. So you express your feelings, and you do everything possible in order not to lose that connection, until you have no more ideas with this Page of Wands in reverse, until you've been rejected multiple times. Otherwise you just keep strong, and you just try your best. You will put all of your energies and efforts in order to save this connection. So you seem a very determined person in general, both about your personal goals and about your personal relationship. So what a great reading. I really see that the majority of people are secretly viewing you as a very, very strong person, and that has really strong values, and that is taking the best out of this life. They really, really admire you. And also they see you that you can still maintain your strength even when somebody rejects you or reject your ideas. When something didn't work out eventually, if you know that you have to move away from it, you will do it, and you would with strength and with self-respect. Six of Wands, that's nice, because it's in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse, okay, and the Hangman in reverse. So yeah, you don't waste too much time reflecting on things. And it seems like as well with this Hierophant, you are completely detached from tradition. You just do your own thing. You might be very creative, and at the same time it seems like you don't show off your victories. With the Six of Wands in reverse, you don't feel the need to celebrate every single victory of yours with other people. So let me get some oracle cards for you. I have this bunch of oracle cards that I already drawn from for you at the beginning of before your reading started. So we have a snake, which is telling me that people think of you as a very sensual and tempting person. So there is a lot of sexual energy about you. You might be very attractive, so people find you very desirable. And then there is Bluebird. So people think of you as somebody that has free spirit, that is very optimistic, that is happy, light-hearted. Then we have Stars. Again, this is associated to all of your hopes and dreams that we've been seeing before. And so again, people think that you're a very dreamy person, and that your life is just like a movie. Fish, people actually think that you are wealthy. that you have the ability to attract lots of money. And Bear, people see you as very maternal and protective and grounded. Then we have tribulation, the nettle. We have pine, preserve. And then we have invigorate. So from these 3 cards together, I can see that the same message we saw before, that you have a hard time letting go of romantic relationship or relationship in general, even when things seems to go wrong. When there is something tribulating the connection, you still find a way to preserve it and give it a new life with this invigorate. Beautiful message. And then there is the Selkie. Beautiful. So this creature that is half seal and half human, and that has this desire to marry a human and have what she considers a normal life on earth. And but then she eventually realized that she really desires to come back to her original form. So this card speaks about never forgetting what your true origins are, never forgetting, never denying what your soul truly wants from you. So people think that you are very honest to yourself, you really respect your soul's desire, and you follow your own principles. You're not allowing society to mold you into something different. So people really admire the fact that you do not abandon your own identity and your own worth. Okay, so what a gorgeous reading. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll answer to each one of your comments as soon as I see them. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It would truly make a difference. And hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which happens every single week, lately about 3 times per week, but the dates are not specific. So if you want to be the first one, or if you don't want to miss out, just hit the bell. And always consider that I'm here available in case you would like to receive a private reading. I would be absolutely pleased, and you will receive it in a form of an unlisted video. Okay, so it's going to be a pre-recorded video. I will upload it on YouTube, and I will give you the link, and nobody else will be able to watch that video but you, unless you desire to share it with others, of course. So that's really everything. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Big hugs to you now. Bye bye. Hello my beauties, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Mystic Fairy Tarot deck in pile number 2 with the amethyst and the pine branch, we're going to keep these 2 elements on the side as a reference for you throughout the whole reading. And we're going to shuffle the cards in camera for you today and ask spirits, how do people secretly view you? Pile number 2, please and thank you. How do people secretly view my pile number 2, please and thank you. If you are interested to get this deck for yourself, you can find it in the info box below as a form of an Amazon affiliate link, which means I'm going to receive a ton of little commission from Amazon and not from you. Indeed, for you the price is going to be the exact same as everywhere else, but the good thing is that you will be supporting the channel slightly by doing so. You also have a chance to get a private reading with me. If you want, you can just contact me in the email that you find in the info box below to find out more infos or to book one. Same for a Reiki healing session if you would like to get one. Also, I'd like to remind you that there is an active giveaway going on, and you can find all the instructions in the info box of my last upload, previously this one. So it's the one that talks about third parties, love triangles. So you can find it there if you want to get that gorgeous deck for yourself. So let's see how people secretly view you. Pile number 2. Nine of Cups is a gorgeous card. Queen of Swords, the Sun, and the Sun is one of the only cards that really has the same meaning when it's upright or in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So people think about you secretly, that you are really dreaming, that you have an ideal outcome that you like to achieve, but that you don't necessarily work for it, that you don't necessarily work towards it, or that you're very slow in your life in general. You might have a slow rhythm in general because that what resonate most with you. You just like doing things very, very slowly. Maybe you have perfectionism about you. The Eight of Pentacles is a Virgo card. Queen of Swords and the Devil in reverse. That's interesting because it does speak about somebody that is absolutely able to speak her truth, that is very determined and confident, really strong, very focused as well towards her goal. So people see you as somebody that really knows what makes you happy. You really know what your wishes are, and you really know how to get there. You might just do it very, very slowly here with this Eight of Pentacles, or you might not be very constant with your work. You might not be very consistent, okay? Devil in reverse. It seems like there is this side of you that is very cold and detached, and it is able to resist temptation in life, okay? But if you have to resist some temptation, is because there must have been a time in your past where you were not able, where you were actually abandoning yourself to those pleasures and those temptations, whatever that were. It could be some type of addiction, use of creative substances, or even having some negative mindset and having some toxicity in your life, not necessarily alcohol or drugs. It could be even just being around people that are toxic to you. So it seems that now you're really able to cut them out of your life. You have learned your lesson. The Sun and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So it seems that people see you as somebody that is always happy, even when life is not very generous to you, even when maybe your income is not as big as you would have imagined, even when it seems that life is at its worst, you're always able to see the good side. You're always optimistic. You see the bright side in everything. And you don't get too upset if you get a rejection. For example, if you've been asking a loan to the bank and they've been rejecting it to you, you will still find a way to achieve your dreams. Nevertheless, it might take slower time, for example, because every single cent that you're going to earn is being earned by your concrete efforts, and nothing is being gifted to you. But you're still going to be determined to achieve that. Some people though may think that you are not very generous with this King of Pentacles in reverse, and that you keep your happiness for yourself. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Swords, Temperance in reverse, Five of Swords in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Cups in reverse. So you can see a good positive cards here. Both the Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords in reverse speak about somebody that has overcome a negative mindset about life. Somebody, you know, you might have been somebody in the past who was allowing negative experiences to put you down and to not make you work anymore towards your goals, to make you feel that you were worthless, that you didn't deserve happiness. So you were simply staying in your negative mood and not doing anything about it, and therefore even if an opportunities would come around, you would easily deny it or you would easily ignore it. But now with these Four of Cups in reverse, people see your transformation. They see how optimistic you are. Although you might be a little impatient here with this Temperance in reverse. I'm trying to, let's get out clarifying for that. Because I can see some people might see some lack of balance in you. Okay, so that means that maybe at times you have that optimism and you really take advantage of every opportunity around you, and some other times instead you go back into that stage of not feeling yeah, to that stage of feeling very pessimistic and feeling worthless, and concentrating yourself into the things that you have missed, into the things that haven't worked out for you. And then yes, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse here, which is the card of somebody that has a hard time moving on from things that hasn't worked out. Okay, so that's why the lack of balance. So they can see that transformation in you, but sometimes you might step back into the old version of yourself. The Eight of Swords in reverse is very positive as well, because it does speak about somebody that is working towards eliminating the limiting beliefs that are holding you back from achieving your dreams, or those mental traps, those limiting thoughts in general that are making you feel bad about yourself, bad about what you're doing, that are really freezing you and pulling the brake in whatever is it that you are doing. So if it is in reverse, yeah, it means that you're freeing yourself from all of those limits. Two of Swords. Two of Swords speak about choice, and they speak about taking the time to look how beautiful this picture is. Even though, look, both of them has these thorns, and it seems though that in this picture these two fairies have been able to see the beauty of the rose and have been waiting for it to blossom, and completely completely ignore the fact that it has painful thorns. So they're just looking at the good things. So that's another adding meaning to this card in this particular deck. Two of Swords in general speak about taking yourself the time to reflect about the next step. So people see you as a very reflective person. So you might have the tendency sometimes to go back to those limiting thoughts, but then you take the time to reflect upon them, to be more rational about them, and realize that they exist only in your mind, that they are not actually physical obstacles blocking you from doing the things that you wish. So this ability for you to stop and reflect and pause really helps you to get out from that attitude. Also, people can see that you don't like to have debates and conflicts with other people. You try to avoid them as much as you can. even if that means sometimes to not achieve exactly the things that you wanted. So with this Ten of Pentacles, you prefer to be purer, for example, or rather than having to debate with an angry boss every single day of your life. So you do value your own peace. That's what I'm seeing. Feels like you don't want to sell your soul to anybody just for the greatness the money will bring. So you prefer a simpler life, but at the same time a more peaceful one. It's easy though sometimes if you take the path, if you decide to take that path of simplicity, it could be easy at times for you to step back into wondering, did I take the right choice? Was that really the best for my life? Or am I missing something? That's why sometimes people might see in you some lack of balance and going back within your insecurities and your mental traps. But then as long as you take some time to meditate and go back to your center, then you find that peace again. Ten of Swords in reverse and the Two of Wands. People see you as a person that has overcome painful experiences and that has learned from them. So you did create some opportunities for you out of those. So they really see you as the phoenix flying out of the ashes. They can see an extreme strength about you and such a pure soul that has been able to maintain alive even though everything else around you was trying to destroy you and to kill that happiness within yourself. You might have gone through some deep grief, so through some deep loss, but that has not stopped you from having more dreams and for making new plans and still have faith for the future. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. So people secretly see you as somebody that is sometimes a little impatient. And also quite... It seems like you could be a little stuck in your way. With these Knight of Wands in reverse, you're not really open to try new ways and be curious about other ways you could possibly be achieving your dreams. So it seems like you might be stuck in your comfort zone, but still you're very impatient to see results in that field. So people might see you that you would have a lot more opportunities if you would open up your eyes and be curious to try new ways. Instead, you seem to be really stubborn about your way and you just want to see results in that particular plan you have made without considering modification to it. And Nine of Wands in reverse. And the Three of Wands. So again, the Knight of Wands is like the wounded warrior, but the beautiful things about the fact that this Knight of Wands is in reverse is that you are not using your past wounds to separate yourself from others. You still have trust in other people, you still have hope in other people and within yourself and for the universe in general. So you have not closed your heart and you have not built a wall between you and the external world just to protect yourself from getting hurt again. So that's really beautiful. And the Three of Wands Speak about how projected you are towards the future, how many opportunities you see ahead of you, how many dreams you still see, and you really put a lot of time into researching and planning your next step, and there's so much optimism and hope into the future. How do people secretly view you? Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Oh my goodness. Whoa, 3 fives and 5 of Wands. That's really meaningful. So people secretly see you as somebody who has been abandoned and left out in the cold, who has been suffering a great loss, and who is at times still feeling that pain. Possibly you might be hiding it, you might not show it, but you still have the pain from what happened to you. Yes, you're optimistic, and yes, you're working towards the future. Yes, you're still believing in people and being hopeful. But it's hard to entirely forget about the harm that some people or some experiences had done to you. Justice, yeah. People think that you are still looking for justice, that you're still holding some resentment towards whoever has caused that pain. Six of Cups and the King of Swords in reverse. So people think that there is this part of you that at times you might neglect, but there is this part of you that wants revenge with this King of Swords. And another part of you instead want to reconcile with that person that has caused harm to you. So that's why the Temperance in reverse before as well, some type of lack of balance there. You want the truth to be told. You want things to be set right between you and these other people that has hurt you. And whether that will bring you to reconcile with them or cut them entirely off of your life, you still feel the need to have that conversation and to sit down on the table and be really honest about what happened, because it's just simply too hard to forget about it. It feels unresolved. So it's clearly visible to other people. They clearly notice that in you, that is still something really, it's still a great deal to you. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Empress in reverse, and the World in reverse. It seems like people think of you as somebody who has suffered from a big loss, clearly, and possibly somebody has stolen something from you, and they therefore think that is, even though you're putting a lot of work into turning the page and start a new chapter for you, they still think that there is a little bit of resistance within you in moving on until things are resolved. Some people can as well think that you are not very generous, and I think that we saw that before as well with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, some people might think that you are a little selfish. That you have a hard time sharing your possessions, the things that you have achieved. Moon in reverse, Three of Cups upright, and the Four of Pentacles. So some people, especially the ones that really knows you very well, that are probably very close to you, think that you are not being fully honest with yourself about the fact that you're still in pain about this loss and this grief and this awful chapter of your life in which you have been you have been mistreated or somebody has stolen something important from you. So some people think that you are in denial, that you are trying to be happy and optimistic and be present in the moment and be oriented towards the future, and you seem all happy hanging out with your friends and you seem not to be attached whatsoever, but they think that you're simply not in touch with your true self, and that within your subconscious you're actually in pain and that you have a hard time letting go of that pain. But that's clearly just from the people that truly know you. So let me see a few oracle cards for you now. So I have this little bunch of oracle cards that I drawn before the recording for yourself. So let's start from the botanical oracles. We have fern, which talk about growth, cattle, which talk about build, and finally huckleberry, which talk about resourcefulness. So people secretly think of you as somebody who is able to grow anywhere, no matter what conditions. Okay, that you have a lot of tenacity. There's a lot of tenacity about you and a lot of resistance. Okay, so there is an incredible life force within you, and you're going to grow no matter what, no matter where. So people can see that yes, you have suffered, and yes, certain things have not been resolved just yet, and they can see that you might have been deprived of everything that you have been built up until now, but that doesn't matter because you still have that vital force within you, which is going to allow you to grow no matter what. And then we have build, and this and resourcefulness. So really people can see that you have any tools that you need in order to overcome adversity and turn them into the most beautiful opportunity for yourself. They as well think that even when you have very little, you know how to take the best out of it. You can create you don't need a lot to create. You have a lot of, you're very ingenious and very resourceful indeed. So you're able to create the things that you need, even though you might have less tools than other people. So then we have with this dog and butterflies. So clearly people think of you as a very optimistic person, as we said before, very happy, very loyal, very energetic, and very kind and loving. And with the butterfly as well, they can see the lightheartedness in you, the fact that you're dreamy, that you have maintained that childish spirit that is keeping you alive and is keeping that hope for humanity and the universe in general. And they can see that you are a free spirit as well, and that you're not going to change for anybody. Then we have crossroad, birds, and ring. So clearly with these birds and the ring and the crossroad, it feels like people think of you or view you as somebody that currently is going through a crossroad, because there are some problems, there are some small debates concerning a previous commitment or a formal contract here with the ring. So it feels like it is time for you to move on from those troubles, from those difficulties, from those adversity, and move towards a new future for yourself. So people can see that it is a transformational period for you, where you have to rebuild, and we have the build card here, to rebuild your own foundation, or at least strengthening your own foundation and build something new for yourself, because they can see that you have to let go of something here that is not making you happy with these birds in the ring, although you might have been committed to it for a long time. So it is not an easy choice, but they might think that it's best for you to move away from it at least, or they think that you are going through this process of transformation and acceptance. It's like a death card, basically, this crossroad here together with these other cards. And then we have Chronos, the creator. So clearly people believe in your ability to create whatever it is that you want, and to do it with loyalty and with a sense of dignity and respect for other peoples around you, for any other living being around you. And as well with a sense of balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So you embrace both of those energies within you without any type of expectation or pressure from society, and that's a free spirit in you as well. So you embrace, yes, you embrace both of those energy, whether you are a woman or a man. You're able to embrace the opposite, the energy of the opposite sex, and use it to create the life that you want. So that's everything that I can see. Another message that I can see as well with the amethyst is that they think of you as a very peaceful person. You might have a very soft voice. You make people feel calm and understood and embraced for what they are. And you might have a lovely connection with nature as well. With the pine branch, it could be something that is very important to you. So that's really everything. Let me know if it has resonated in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It would truly mean the world. And hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which happen every single week from 2 to 4 times per week. So the dates are not specific, and if you don't want to miss out any of those, just hit the bell and feel free to contact me if you desire to get a private reading or a Reiki healing session. There is my email in the info box below. And also don't forget to participate to the giveaway that you can find in my previous upload in the video third party situation love triangle. You can find all the information in there. And for the rest, thank you so much for listening up until now, for being so loyal to the channel, and for sending so much love and appreciation. I cannot tell you how much I love you all so much, and I'm so grateful for your presence in my life. Can't wait to see you again in the next video. Bye bye guys, big hugs. Hello my beauties, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the citrine heart and the palo santo in pile number 3 with the spirit song tarot deck, I'm going to place these two on a side as a reference that is going to stay there throughout the whole reading. And I'm going to shuffle the cards in camera for you. And while I do that, just want to remind you that you can find in the info box below the name of this deck, as well as the Amazon affiliate link in which you can buy it. And by doing so, you're also going to have the channel slightly with a tiny commission that will come from Amazon and not from you. Indeed, for you the price is going to be the exact same as everywhere else. Also, another thing to remind you is that there is a current active giveaway going on, and you can find the infos in the previous upload where I speak about third-party situations, love triangles. So just go back into that video and you'll find all the instructions in the info box below or in the pinned comment. There is a gorgeous deck that I'd like to share with you, so participate numerously. And lastly, if you feel like getting a private reading, I'm always available, and you can find my email in the info box below, as well as the prices. So let's connect with your reading now and ask Spirit, how do people secretly view you? Pile number 3, please and thank you. Dear Spirit, how do people see pile number 3? People, how do they view them secretly, please and thank you. Okay, we have 10 of acorns. Okay, 6 of crystals, page of acorns, clarified by 3 of shells, 5 of feathers, and the page of shells in reverse. From the get-go, I can tell that people think of you secretly that you are carrying a burden, but that you are not showing it to others. You actually act as a very optimistic person, very alive, full of energy, full of joy, that want to just have fun, want to be light-hearted, and maybe participate to events and parties, have a great time with friends, but within yourself you might have a lot of burdens. And people think of you as well that you are always there for them. You always give them a hand whenever is needed, even when it is time of conflict, even when you might not agree on everything, even when there is some debate or there has been some difficulty, some adversity between the two of you. You're always there for them. So you're a really loyal friend or a loyal partner, and you really care about maintaining a fair and equal relationship where there is a balance between the two of you. Both of you care for each other, and is not a unidirectional type of relationship. And with this page of acorns is the page of wands and the page of shells in reverse. People might see some childlike attributes within you, and especially a lot of curiosity for new things that you have never tried before. So you're really open to explore, to be creative, to explore new sides of yourself as well, and get out of the comfort zone. And you might want to drag your friends as well with you. So there's a very playful energy here. So they might think that you're really playful and funny, that you really just want to enjoy life, take the good things of life. And page of shells in reverse. Some people might think that you are emotionally immature, and maybe simply just because you do not want to speak about certain deep feelings. You prefer to keep them private. You might be a very reserved person, and as we saw in here with the 10 of acorns, you might carry some burdens and not want to show it to others. So you might just be very, very private, and other people could see that as a lack of emotional intelligence or emotional maturity, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Definitely some people sees you as a very innocent person, very sweet and very caring and very dreamy as well. Maybe sometimes not enough grounded. Let's see what else. 7 of shells, clearly the dreamy side is coming up again. And High Priestess in reverse. So both these cards actually feel like they need to stay like this. Speak about not being fully in touch with your intuition, maybe not using your wisdom, not taking advantage of your wisdom as you should, or not trusting yourself fully. Sorry, the batteries just need to be changed. So some people might believe that there is actually a greater potential about you. You could be doing so many things. That there is you have lots of hidden talents. That's what I'm seeing as well. But it reminds me as well of the energy of the Page of Shells, of somebody that has so many ideas and so many dreams, but is not actually having the feet on the ground, and therefore is not actually considering what it is concretely possible to manifest and what needs more planning or more research. So they might think, some people might think that you're not, that you're way too dreamy. You might believe in an illusion, that you are not fully in touch with your intuition. Nine of Acorns in reverse and Eight of Acorns in reverse. Let me see what else is coming out here. Nine of Feathers in reverse and Two of Shells. So I see here ability to forgive. People definitely see that you do not hold grudges for too long. And I can see that with both the Nine of Acorns and the Nine of Feathers. You don't keep overthinking forever about something that happened. Oh, if there has been a misunderstanding or lack of communication, or something did not end up in the way you wished, or some things didn't work out, you do not hold grudges, because for you that connection, it's more important than anything else. So you really value your friends or your relationship, and so you might be a very, as we said before, really loyal, really with high values and very caring of others. I can see that people think of you as somebody that doesn't waste time overthinking. If you want to say something, you're just gonna say it. And as well, as I said before, somebody that is able to keep nourishing the connection and not becoming too defensive. Let's see what else. Eight of Feathers in reverse and Seven of Feathers in reverse. So they see you as a person that always finds the solution to any problem, that you're freeing yourself from any mental blocks and mental limitation, that you don't run away in front of obstacles or in front of something new. So as we saw before, you are able to move out of your comfort zone, and you're also very determined here with the Eight of Crystal, which has a very strong Virgo energy. You really attend to details, and you also persevere on your goals and work constantly day after day. You're really dedicated to the things you want. Strength in reverse. So it seems that you might suffer, people might think that you suffer from some type of workaholic attitude, to the point that at some point you're going to burn out yourself and lack of any energy and strength to do anything else. So people think that you are overly dedicated to your work, to the point that you might having to neglect other sides of your life. Ten of Crystals in reverse and the Sun. Okay, clearly people think that you're very happy, that there's a beautiful, lovely energy about you, but that you might not being very grounded, as we said before. So you might chase your dreams, but not clearly thinking about the fact that they might not help you earning a living. They might not help you paying your rent or getting the food on the table. So it seems that people are judging you or seeing you as somebody that is way up on the clouds and very I don't want to say childish, but with a lovely childlike energy, which is most of the time a lovely attribute, but at the same time it could create some problems to you in terms of not being very stable and not being very realistic. That's what I'm seeing. Shaman, very loyal and dedicated again, very committed to whatever work or project you have started, whatever beginning you have started. You have such a lovely enthusiasm about it. Emperor in reverse. Again, this lack of stability and lack of mainly lack of stability and possibly lack of authoritarian attitude. Hermit in reverse. People might think that you don't like to spend time by yourself, because then you would have to sit with your emotion and with your feelings, and it's not something that makes you feel very comfortable. And we saw before that people think you might not be very in touch with your intuition, you might not be very in touch with your subconscious, all of that unseen side of yourself. You'd rather leave it there, neglected at the bottom of the well, rather than facing it. Five of shells in reverse and two of acorns. Rather than focus on the things that you have lost in the past, you're just motivated towards the future, really orientated towards the new opportunities that life is bringing to you, to the next step. So there's nothing making you looking back. King of crystal, that's actually a very earthy energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and is so some people actually think that you have everything sorted out, that you have a good plan in your life, that they actually believe in your ability to materialize your dreams, and that you might be doing that slower than others, but that you are absolutely committed. And we saw that commitment with the shaman as well. So some people really admire your dedication and commitment to the next goal, even though other people might think that it is a little bit unrealistic and over the top, and that it won't bring you much success. That yes, it might make you happy temporarily, but that it won't create you a living. Seven of acorns. Again, a lot of determination in fighting the obstacles, a lot of stamina, a lot of energy. Five of crystals in reverse. So you persist. People believe in you, and in the ability to move away from the disappointment in life, and believe in your ability to see the good in everything. So even during a loss, you can see the lesson from it. So that's beautiful. Page of feathers. And the wheel. Again, the page is associated to childlike energy. And the page of feathers seems like somebody here think that you might be a little shy expressing your true thoughts. Wheel in reverse, especially when it's in regard having to face some big changes in your life and having to transform yourself, and when everything seems to be turning upside down in your life, it seems like you have a hard time expressing truly what's going on within your mind. There could be some resistance to huge changes. So yes, it seems like people think of you as somebody that yes, can get out of your comfort zone and try new things, but at the same time, it's something is really it's creating a drastic change that is touching the foundation of your life. They might think that is a little hard for you to express fully how that makes you feel, but at the same time, they can see you determined to try out and discover new paths. With this page of feathers, that's what I'm seeing. You still are searching for clarity, you're searching for the truth, you're seeking out the truth. So you will try and understand what's the true reason of that big change, even though you might feel like you cannot grasp the full reason for it, because you feel a child in the universe still has a lot to learn, but still you have the motivation to find the reason behind that change, and therefore you embrace it. So that's what I'm seeing. You might be slightly shaking your foundation at first, but eventually you shyly accept it. So let me have a look now at the oracle cards. From the botanical cards, we have Brighton with the calendula. Then we have Nourish, plantain. And finally, Connection, foxglove. We've been speaking about connection early and about how you care for your friends and you really have high values, and you put the relationship in the first priority, so people can really see how you brighten their life. You're always there to help if they are in need, and that you maintain really strong connection. Also, they might think that you're really good at creating new connection, creating a network of people, and that you always know the person. Like if they are in need of something, you always come out with the right person for them. Then we have Salmon. Sorry, a card fell off. Salmon actually talk about being magical and being an intuitive person and very wise. So some people might actually believe that there is that ability within yourself to create a magical world, to follow your wisdom. Some of them might actually think that there is that potential, but that you are still in the early stages of finding that out and developing it. But other people already have seen that wisdom in you. Also, having a childlike type of energy doesn't mean that somebody is immature. Actually, sometimes it's quite the opposite. I've known so many people like quite grown up, going over their 30s, over their 40s, and that they have embraced their childlike attributes, and to me they are the wisest person on earth. So that's the message of the Salmon, that it is beautiful, that magical childlike aspect that you have embraced, which is actually a much wiser way to live this life than the boring adulthood. And then Frog. A frog speak about somebody that is very compassionate and very helpful and very kind. So a lot of people truly believe in you and really appreciate how caring you are towards them. Then we have Cross, Sun, and Lady here. So some people might think that you are their partner for life. Some people might think, oh, she is the one, she's my woman, she's going to be my future wife. Okay, so some people are really admiring you, and they can see how you have brightened their life so much, that you represent a great source of light. And I can see that with Brighton as well. So a lot of people think that you are like a ray of sunshine, even though you might have some huge burden here with the cross. If I'm not wrong, we've been speaking before earlier on about burdens. Yes, the very first card, the 10 of Wands, was speaking about burdens. So some of you can actually see through you. They can actually especially if they know you very well, they know that you're carrying some burden, but even though you have them, that does not impede you to be the happiest person on earth, or at least to transmit that happy energy to everybody around you. Beautiful. And then finally we have, oh my goodness, the inner child. Inner child. I did not look at this card when I drew them. I had no clue what card they were whatsoever. And look, we've been talking throughout the whole reading about childlike type of energy, and there you go. So people can see this ability of you to embrace the imaginative side of you, the creative side of you, and the dreamer inside of you, the playfulness. So that's beautiful. As well with the Palo Santo, it seems like you are able to get rid of the negative energies around you. You just spread good vibes. And the citrine as well, it's a stone with a lot of vital energy, a very bright energy for sure, and is associated to the solar plexus, so it is connected to your creativity. So again, it seems like everything is making sense, is coming to is closing the circle. Okay, beautiful. That's everything I have. Let me know if it has resonated. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll answer to each one of your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It would truly mean the world. And hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which happen every single week from 2 to 4 times a week. So the dates are not specific, and if you don't want to miss out, if you want to be the first one watching, then hit the bell. And always feel free to get in touch with me if you would like to receive a private reading or Reiki healing session. As well, don't forget about the giveaway that is currently going on until the 24th of February, and you can find the infos in my previous upload, Third Parties Love Triangle. So go and check it out, and thanks so much for all of your support, for listening to me up until now, for all your beautiful comments and all the love that you'll be spreading. I cannot tell you how much I'm grateful towards you all. So sending you huge hugs, and I can't wait to see you again in the next video. Bye bye guys.